Now the next topic that I'm going to start is the thin cylinder, right? Now we know that it is to be, when I say a thin cylinder, it means that it is to be bifurcated with a thick cylinder. So we have two conditions. A cylinder can be thin cylinder and a cylinder can be thick cylinder, right? So how we are going to differentiate that this is a thin cylinder and this one is a thick cylinder, right? So based on this, we have two criteria. First, if your diameter by thickness ratio, thickness means the thickness of the cylinder, right, is greater than, this ratio is greater than 20, then this comes under thin cylinder criteria, right? Similarly, when I say, when your diameter of your cylinder to the ratio you can say the thickness of the cylinder is less than 15, right? So you can see that in the first two condition the thickness is less in the second one, right? क्योंकि यहाँ पे रेशियो कम हो रहा है तो इसका मतलब टी की वैल्यूज इंक्रीज हो रही होगी. ओके, सो दिस कम्स अंडर थिक सिलेंडर, राइट? दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट. नाउ अगर हमने बोला थिन सिलेंडर, अगर हमने बोला थिक सिलेंडर, तो इसमें चेंज क्या आएगा? Why the analysis is being different in thin cylinder as compared to thick cylinder? कोई मुझे बता सकता है क्या? Can anyone tell me what is the difference? Just to segregate कि हाँ भाई डायमीटर अपॉन थिकनेस का रेशियो ग्रेटर देन 20 है तो इसको थिन सिलेंडर बोला, और डायमीटर का रेशियो, डायमीटर बाय थिकनेस का रेशियो लेस देन 15 है तो उसको थिक सिलेंडर बोला. इससे चेंज क्या हुआ? आई जस्ट वांट टू नो वन दैट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग.
इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल रेडियस.
इंटरनल और एक्सटर्नल रेडियस को अगर हम देखो, अगर हम अभी समझने की कोशिश करें तो इन द प्रीवियस ऑफ प्रिंसिपल प्लेन स्ट्रेस कंडीशन हमने एक प्लेन स्ट्रेस की कंडीशंस को रिप्रेजेंट किया था और आपको बोला कि प्लेन स्ट्रेस इज जनरली डिफाइंड एज अ टू डायमेंशनल स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. यस और नो? प्लेन स्ट्रेस इज डिफाइंड एज अ टू डायमेंशनल स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस. यस और नो क्लास? Class, can anyone say it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So it means what? When I'm talking about a thin cylinder, it means it is defined as two-dimension state of stress condition. Two-dimension state of stress condition. Similarly, when I say a thick cylinder, it means what? It is defined as your three-dimensional state of stress conditions. So I believe you all are now might aware, if I say a two-dimension state of stress conditions, then there are two principal stresses will generate. Similarly, in thick cylinder, or you can say a three-dimension state of stress condition, there are three principal stress conditions. Likewise, there are three principal strain also, right? So based on this condition, so we'll study separately, one for the thin cylinder case and one for the thick cylinder case. So now I'm going to start a thin cylinder criteria, and on that we are going to define this condition, right? So the start of this condition, we are going to define one generalized formula. We can say a generalized formula. अब ये जनरलाइज फॉर्मूला का क्या मतलब हुआ? You can see that suppose this is the top view of this cylinder. अब हमने यहाँ पे एक स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस को रिप्रेजेंट किया है. इन दिस कंडीशन there is a values of sigma 1 which is acting at radius r1. Similarly, there is a stress of sigma 2 which is acting at R2 radius, sigma 1 and sigma 2. So based on this criteria, we have defined this generalized condition by sigma 1 upon R1 plus sigma 2 by R2 is your pressure, your internal pressure upon your thickness. So we have defined this P is your internal pressure. Okay, which is in a defined as a gauge pressure. Always remember, which is a gauge pressure. So just define, we have defined this कि चलो एक criteria, एक general formula है, और based on this we have defined condition, right? अब हम एक thin cylinders की conditions को represent करने जा रहे हैं, और उसके बेसिस पे वहां पे क्या क्या स्ट्रेसेस लग रही है वो हम देखते हैं. चलो सपोज thin cylinder. I'm going to draw, this is your thin cylinder which is having right, and I'm going to draw a state of stress in these conditions. And what is the state of stress? Chalo, we can see that this is the state of stress in this particular direction, which is defined as a circumferential direction, right? वहां पे आपके जो stress act करे, that is your sigma c, which is having of radius r. Along the length जो आपकी स्ट्रेस एक्ट कर रही है, दैट इज योर लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन पे, तो हमने बोला उसको लॉन्गिट्यूडनल स्ट्रेस. सिग्मा सी इज डिफाइंड एज योर सर्कमफरेंशियल स्ट्रेस, सिग्मा एल is defined as your longitudinal stress. So I'm going to write sigma c is your circumferential stress, right? Similarly, sigma L is defined as your longitudinal stress, right? So first we are going to define the sigma c. When I say a value of sigma c, it means what? It is acting at a radius r. तो हमने यहाँ पे बोला कि चलो सर्कमफरेंशियल स्ट्रेस की वैल्यूज को हम डिफाइन करते हैं, ठीक है? इफ आई से सर्कमफरेंशियल, तो सर्कमफरेंशियल स्ट्रेस इज आल्सो नोन एज टेंजेंशियल stress, or it is also known as hoop stress. So that is going to be represent sigma c, right? अब सिग्मा सी अगर आर पे लग रहा है, तो हमने अभी इसके पहले एक जनरलाइज इक्वेशंस को डिफाइन किया कि भाई सिग्मा 1 बाय r1 प्लस सिग्मा 2 बाय r2 बाय p बाय t, right? You know that the radius of r2, if I say कि चलो सिग्मा 1 की जो वैल्यूज है वो सिग्मा सी को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है आर के केस में, प्लस सिग्मा 2 की जो वैल्यूज है वो सिग्मा एल को रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है, बट हियर इन दिस केस रेडियस इज इनफिनाइट, राइट? द वैल्यू इज पी बाय टी. You can define a sigma c, that is your circumferential stress की वैल्यूज को डिफाइन कर सकते हो क्या? That is p r by t. क्लियर है? Your circumferential stress value is defined as PR by T. अब next जो term हमने define किया, that is I'm going to explain you, that is your longitudinal. I'm also going to draw, don't worry, I'm also going to draw in the picture wise ki where this sigma c and sigma l is going to, but before that I'm going to define this values. Wait a minute. That is your axial stress. So which is also defined as sigma L. Okay. Okay. It is always better that I'm going to draw in the next page. So I'm going to write please turn over. Next, that property that I'm going to define is your sigma L, right? But before that, let me draw a cylinder. It is to be cut into two portions. Right? So along this direction, force into pi r square, and here that is P into pi r square. Okay. Now see this criteria. इन दिस पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन पे जब आपका लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन में कोई फोर्स एक्ट कर रहा है और सपोज आपने इसको दो पार्ट में कट किया, राइट? तो एट दिस पेरीफेरी अगर आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे इसके ऑपोजिट एक फोर्स डेवलप होगा, स्ट्रेस डेवलप होगा जिसकी वैल्यूज होगी सिग्मा एल. सिग्मा एल हर एक पॉइंट पे एक्ट करेगा. यस और नो? अब ये वैल्यूज है कितनी, ये वैल्यूज को कंसीडर अगर हम करें so that can be defined as this values is suppose करो this can be written as is sigma l into अब इसका रेडियस सॉरी इसका जो है पेरीमीटर दैट इज योर 2 पाई r. so this value is defined as a 2 पाई r वैल्यूज को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है. तो हमने बोला दैट इज योर 2 पाई r, that is the perimeter of your circle into thickness, right, which is equals to P into pi r square. So it means what? Your pressure into area. तो अब आपका सिग्मा एल की वैल्यूज कितना हो गया? सिग्मा एल इज डिफाइंड एज पी पाई, दैट पाई कैंसिल आउट, आर दिस वैल्यूज कैंसिल आउट, so we can write that P into R by 2T. So P is your pressure. तो आपका longitudinal जो stress है that is defined as PR into 2 by T. And if I am going to take the ratio of circumferential stress upon longitudinal stress, that value is 2. It means that your circumferential stress is 2 times of your longitudinal stress. Let's understand based on the values of stress which you have just calculated, what could be the strain values, right? So we are going to define the strain condition, right? So let's understand strain. And when we're talking about the strain, we can define as your circumferential strain, right? Or you can say tangential strain. So if I just, can anyone explain what is the value of strain in circumferential direction? So that can be defined as sigma c by E minus mu sigma L by E, because you have two-dimensional state of stress, and sigma c and sigma L are the state of the stresses we are going to define in that case. So epsilon c, that is your circumferential strain, you have already defined this value, which is to be written as PR, that sigma c is PR by TE, right, minus mu PR by 2TE, right? So to understand this, let us write 2 above and below on this condition, so that we can define this equation in a very this term, easily term. So we can define PR by 2TE can be defined as 2 minus of mu, which is a circumferential strain in this particular direction. In a simplified form, you can say. Similarly, epsilon L is defined as sigma L by E minus mu of sigma C by E, right? So in a very simplistic manner, you can say defined as PR by 2TE minus 2 mu PR. अब यहाँ पे मैंने 2 ऑलरेडी पहले से ही इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया है, just like this. So okay, we can write 2T of E in this case. So we can write that PR by 2TE is defined as 1 minus 2 mu. So we have defined, see, we have defined this values, right? Circumferential strain and longitudinal strain. Now this is a question of IES. What is the ratio of your circumferential strain upon longitudinal strain? So that is a very easy term. So you have divided this PR by 2 TE, PR by 2 TE is cancel out, and your equation is 2 minus mu upon 1 minus 2 mu. Just like you have a ratio of stresses, similarly you have the ratio of strain conditions, right? Okay, next. Similarly, you can define, we have defined these values in the previous sections. We have defined your volumetric strains, volumetric nahi, you have circumferential and your longitudinal strain, right? So based on this, can we define volumetric strain? Yes. Can we define volumetric strain, Aditya? Aditya, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is volumetric strain? तो अगर हमने volumetric strain की बात किया, तो we can define that volumetric strain is defined as a strain in x direction, strain in y direction, and strain in z direction, right? So let us understand what are the strain condition in. चलो अब यहाँ पे हम एक डायग्राम ड्रॉ करें which is of a cylindrical condition, right? Now देखो, this is, suppose करो this is your y direction, तो ये strain आपका y direction में हो गया, right? This is your x direction, so we can define as your x direction, and this is your say a z direction, right? So ये होगा आपका z direction. अब देखो, अब x axis को देखो चाहे y axis को देखो, in both the cases it is defined as your circumferential strain, right? और z डायरेक्शन में आपका लॉन्गिट्यूडनल स्ट्रेन कंडीशंस को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है ना। तो अब आप इस कंडीशंस को यहाँ पे लिख सकते हो क्या कि भाई वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन क्या होगा, दैट इज strain in x direction, y direction that was remain same. So can we define sigma epsilon c plus of epsilon L? So volumetric strain in thin cylinder is defined as 2 of epsilon c plus epsilon L. This is your volumetric strain conditions, right? So now in a simplistic manner, we can we write 2 into P R by 2 T P which is of 2 minus mu, ये हमने लिखा है क्या पहले? Yes. और epsilon L की वैल्यू क्या है? That value is defined as your P into R by 2 TE 1 minus 2 mu. So your volumetric strain can be defined as PR by 2 TE, PR by 2 TE कॉमन आ गया, तो ये जाएगा 4 minus 2 mu और ये वैल्यूज ऐड होगी तो यानी 4 plus 5, तो विच कैन बी डिफाइंड एज PR by 2 TE which is defined as 5 minus, तो ये हो जाएगा आपका 4 mu. Your volumetric strain. This is the questions which is being asked in engineering services. Always remember, this is one of the questions which is asked in engineering services, and you find very easily on this particular questions. Shear stress. So the next point of discussion is your maximum shear stress, right? So अब देखो, just tell me one thing. If I'm going to explain the shear stress based on the previous conditions, we have defined the what is the maximum values of shear stress. Just tell me the shear stress maximum values is defined as sigma max minus sigma min, right, by 2. So if we know the values of sigma max and if we know the value of sigma min, we can find out the values of this one, right? अब स्ट्रेस 1 डायमेंशन में हो, 2 डायमेंशन में हो या 3 डायमेंशन में, लाइक अनलाइक कोई भी हो, that can be find out with the help of this formula, right? So tell me one thing, sigma 1 जिसको अगर हमने बोला तो sigma 1 जिसको हम circumferential stress भी बोल सकते हैं, so that values can be defined as PR by T. अब आपका sigma C is twice of sigma L है, yes, so that can be defined as a sigma max value, right? Now sigma 2 जो कि longitudinal stress को भी बोल सकते हैं, that value can be defined as PR by 2T. Just tell me one thing, is there any value of sigma 3 in this condition? No, sigma 3 is 0, right? So based on this criteria, just tell me one thing, if this sigma 3 की value 0 है, तो can we say that sigma 3 की value 0 जो है वही sigma सबसे कम values को represent कर रहा है? Yes, so tau max can be defined as sigma 1 minus 0 by 2. That value is defined as PR by 2T, which is defined as out of plane conditions. Always remember, out of plane conditions. In plane conditions के respect में याद रखना, values जो होगी, that is always to be with respect to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. So this value is defined as PR by T minus PR by 2T by 2, and which is defined as PR by 4T which is as in plane condition. Now this is the two things we need to understand. जब आप टाउ मैक्स की बात करते हो, shear stress या maximum shear stress, तो you can see that कि this is आपको maximum minimum conditions पे देखा. हमेशा याद रखना, if this is to be defined as this value is greater than, out of plane value is greater than your in plane values, that is always a twice of that value. तो अगर क्वेश्चन में, रिमेंबर क्वेश्चन में अगर इन प्लेन और सरफेस में पूछा है तभी इन प्लेन बताएंगे. रिमेंबर क्या मैंने बोला कि इफ क्वेश्चन आस्क्ड यू इन प्लेन और सरफेस प्लेन, in planes mean surface plane, right? Then you can define the values of in plane shear stress. नहीं तो हमेशा out of plane stress values को ही represent करना है. So that is an important point. I'm going to write it in this note form. Always remember class, this is a note which you are going to remember that first, if question asked in plane or surface then write in plane shear stress, in plane shear stress, that is tau maximum could be equals to sigma 1 minus 0 by 2. Second case, in every condition, or you can say otherwise not asked, then write out plane shear stress, right? So you can see that in plane shear stress is always less than your out plane shear stress, right? So so here in this case sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, let's correct it, and here in this case sigma 1 minus 0 by 2, this value, right? Now I'm going to take some special conditions on the fluid part of you, right? Some special cases you can see. Special cases. So these are the points which you are remember when you are going to solve any of the question. The first point is pipe carrying fluid. Pipe carrying fluid, right? So always remember when you say a pipe carrying fluid, your longitudinal stress should be 0. Always remember, because it is a through and through pipe and fluid is coming at one point going out, so it does not have any longitudinal stress in this particular direction. When a fluid is, when a pipe is carrying fluid, you can say. So sigma, it is only having circumferential stress, which value is defined as PR by 2T, and your sigma L longitudinal stress is 0, right? मेनली अगर देखा जाए तो सिग्मा एल जो लॉन्गिट्यूडनल स्ट्रेस है कभी होगा कभी नहीं होगा, बट सिग्मा सी हमेशा होगा. तो इन जनरल वी डिफाइन दैट लॉन्गिट्यूडनल स्ट्रेस इन लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन इज 0. Is that clear to everyone? Okay. Now I'm going to define your combined loading. The next point that I'm going to start is with your combined loading. Can say is your combined लोडिंग. ठीक है. अब कंबाइंड लोडिंग में हमेशा मानते हैं कि गैस का ही प्रेशर है और बॉटम एंड इज क्लोज्ड, राइट. सो इन दैट केस हम फर्स्ट कंडीशंस को डिफाइन करते हैं कंबाइंड लोडिंग में कि इंटरनल प्रेशर एंड एक्सियल टेंसाइल फोर्स. इंटरनल प्रेशर एंड योर एक्सियल टेंसाइल फोर्स. सो लेट्स ड्रॉ दिस कंडीशंस कि क्या है ये. तो अगर हम यहाँ पे देखें, so suppose this is one condition, right. अब यहाँ पे एक एक्सियल फोर्स इस बॉडी पे लगा है तो हमने बोला कि चलो ये एफ है. तो एक्सियल फोर्स एफ डायरेक्शन पे यहाँ एक्ट कर रहा है along with internal pressure. तो just tell me one thing कि internal pressure होने की वजह से जो स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस है, अब देखो ये आपका लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन पे एफ एक्ट कर रहा है, ठीक है. तो इस डायरेक्शन पे आपका क्या एक्ट कर रहा था, सिग्मा सी, जिसकी वैल्यूज कितनी थी, पी आर बाय टी. here it is also acting at circumferential s which is acting at p r by t. अब आपका इस पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन में क्या एक्ट कर रहा था, लॉन्गिट्यूडनल, इसका मैग्नीट्यूड क्या था, पी आर बाय टू टी. ये तो वो कंडीशन. बट टेल मी वन थिंग कि एक्सियल स्ट्रेस की वजह से इसमें सर लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन में स्ट्रेस फर्दर ऐड होगा ना, जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड क्या होगा, बाय फोर्स अपॉन और यूनिट एरिया. ये फोर्स अपॉन पाई आर स्क्वायर. ठीक है. नहीं नहीं नहीं, पाई आर स्क्वायर, क्योंकि ये तो वो है ना, 2 पाई आर इंटू टी होगा ना, that is your 2 pi r into t. So along this direction it is the values of f is added. So p r by 2t plus f upon 2 pi r into, right. अब नेक्स्ट केस अगर समझने की कोशिश करो, नेक्स्ट केस, केस नंबर यू कैन से 2, you can say axial compressive force. Axial compressive force. Now the only difference in this criteria in the previous one is कि जब आप एक्सियल कंप्रेसिव फोर्स की बात कर रहे हो तो आपका इंटरनल प्रेशर की वजह से ये जो फोर्स है ये ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शंस में एक्ट करेगा, पहला. और जो इसमें इंटरनल स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस है, अब फ्लूइड तो हमेशा आउटवर्ड ही जाएगा ना. ये देखो, अगर हम स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस को रिप्रेजेंट करें तो स्टेट ऑफ स्ट्रेस क्या है भाई, अलोंग दिस इज डिफाइंड एज सिग्मा सी, दिस इज आल्सो डिफाइंड एज सिग्मा सी. लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन पे भी आउटवर्ड ही एक्ट करेगा सिग्मा एल, राइट. बट कंप्रेसिव फोर्स की वजह से इसमें जो है इसके लॉन्गिट्यूडनल डायरेक्शन में स्ट्रेस की वैल्यूज कम होगी, कितना, दैट इज एफ बाय 2 पाई आर इंटू टी माइनस एफ अपॉन 2 पाई आर इंटू टी, राइट. नाउ I believe, I hope up to this point it is clear to everyone. I, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now moving to the next point, that is your internal pressure. Suppose in the third criteria, in the third one, we are going to take it is your internal pressure, that is common. Along with we have a torsion, right? So this is your internal pressure. Along with we have a torsions values, right? So about this center we have T. Okay, let us draw the state of stress. Now here in this case, state of stress की conditions को अगर हम समझे, so we can say that okay कि चलो along this direction we can say that's x direction. So this value is PR by T, which is also defined as x direction. This is also defined as PR by T along this directions, right? It is defined as PR by 2T. Now this state of stress now representing shear stress value, which is having, चलो कोई भी एक values को represent करते हैं tau xy here in this case, right? Up this is of sigma x and this is of sigma y. Just tell me one thing. If we have a torque, you can find the values of shear stress tau x y. Yes, with the help of torque equation, which is to be written as T into R by J, which is again to be written as T into R. That J value can be written as 2 pi R Q into T, which is to be now to be written as T by 2 pi R square into T. That is the values of tau. Now, you already know the equation. What is the values of sigma 1 and sigma 2? Sigma 1 and sigma 2 can we calculate based on this criteria? Yes, you all know what is the values of sigma 1 and sigma 2. You all know. जैसे ही आपके सामने टॉर्क आया, you can find out the values of internal pressure along with this criteria, right? Now let's complicate this question with I'm moving ahead, right? Okay, the fourth case that I'm going to take is your internal pressure, then we have a torsions values, and then we have, you can say, your axial force, right? अब इस conditions को अगर देखें तो देखो, now you all are in a state जहां पे आप चीजों को अच्छी तरह से समझ सकते हो. This is having force F, this is having some torsion, you can say T, right? Okay, now I'm going to draw the state of stress. Along this, it is defined as sigma x. This is also defined the values of sigma x. This values, you can say the sigma y. So sigma y can be defined as your PR by 2T, जो कि sigma L है, plus F upon 2 pi R into T, और T की वजह से इसमें आएगा टॉर्क जो कि आपका टाउ एक्स वाई है, राइट? सो यू कैन फाइंड आउट. अब द ओनली डिफरेंस इज यहाँ पे जो एक्सियल फोर्स है दैट कैन बी टेंसाइल and that can be compressive. If it is of tensile, the value is positive in this case. If it is of compressive, तो सिग्मा y की जो वैल्यू कंप्रेसिव के केस में होगी वो होगी पी आर बाई 2t माइनस एफ अपॉन 2 πr into t. Tau xy can be find out with the help of this equation, right? And based on this criteria, you can find out sigma 1 and sigma 2 with the help of this condition. So everything is very easy in this criteria. Right? Now, one more case that we are going to discuss. Another 10-15 minutes class, don't worry. Okay, next that is defined as your internal pressure. That the fifth one that we are going to discuss is defined as your internal pressure and temperature change. Suppose you have a fluid which is having a high temperature, so that based on this temperature, your thermal stress values is also to be generated in that case. So if the things comes in that way, so how you are going to define the values? So that values is to be in this particular conditions. Okay. This is the two a pipe is to be there, and there is an internal fluid is there inside this pipe. So what are the stresses along this? You can see circumferential, that is PR by T, which is also defined as sigma 1. That is PR by T, which is along this. Now, your along the length, you can see along the length, you can see there is a value of thermal stresses, right? And the thermal stresses values is trying to resist the length, or you can say the deformation length. अब based on the thermal delta L, you can see the resistance जो length उसमें generate होनी चाहिए थी, but यहाँ पे support की वजह से नहीं हो रही है. That value is defined as alpha delta T, right? This is the change in length, and this is of the change in length की वजह से इसमें एक thermal stress generate होगा, which is opposite in nature. तो यहाँ पे जो sigma L की values है, ये इसके opposite act करेगा, that is PR by 2T, which is of this values, जो कि stress के respect में देखा जाए तो ये होगी alpha delta T into T, right? Here in this case, which is also defined as PR by 2T minus alpha delta T into E. Now you can see, अब इसके वजह से इस सिस्टम में वॉल्यूमेट्रिक स्ट्रेन क्या होगा, यू कैन इजीली कैलकुलेट, यू नो द कंडीशंस, राइट? नाउ इन दिस कंडीशंस वी हैव डिफाइंड द थिन सिलेंडर्स के रिस्पेक्ट में हमने सारी चीजें डिफाइन कर ली. लेट्स the similarly we have defined in a case of thin sphere. Thin sphere, when we talking about the thin sphere, तो always remember it's a spherical condition. ठीक है, तो इस spherical condition में आपका कोई भी let's draw first, let's first draw this condition and this criteria we have defined. Now this is सपोज करो स्फेरिकल है, तो ये आर के रेडियस के रिस्पेक्ट में यहाँ पे आपके वैल्यूज होगा सिग्मा 1, which is again defined as sigma. अब स्फेरिकल है तो चारों तरफ जो प्रेशर है वो सेम रहेगा, sigma 2 which is again values of sigma, और यहाँ पे हमने डिफाइन कर लिया that is of radius r, that is sigma is equals to sigma 1. Here in this case sigma 2 is equals to sigma, right? This is the case of sphere. Now remember we have defined a generalized equation that can be defined as sigma 1 by r1 plus sigma 2 by r2, which is defined as p by t. Now in this condition, there is a values of r1 because r1 and r2 in case of sphere is same, चारों तरफ का रेडियस सेम है सेंटर से, तो यहाँ पे सिग्मा 1 सिग्मा 2 की वैल्यू सेम है, so that can be defined as sigma by r plus sigma by r, which is also equals to p by t. It means what? The stress is defined as PR by 2T, which is same or which is common everywhere. So that is why remember, thin sphere is always a isotropic state of stress. Thin sphere is always a isotropic state of stress conditions, right? And based on this, let's this white board, let me see. Okay, this is now the thin sphere is already defined in this case, so that is a case of isotropic state of stress conditions. Clear? So okay, I'm going to remove this portion here. So now we have a space. Okay, so based on this criteria, let's understand, can we find the values of tau max? Yes. Tau max is defined as your sigma max minus sigma min divided by 2. Now, which is defined as PR by 4T, which is also known as out of plane conditions, right? Here in this case, sigma 1 is defined as PR by 2T, which is of maximum values we know, right? Sigma 2, that is again defined as of the same values, which is defined as PR by 2T of sigma max, can already written in that case. But here in this case, sigma 3 की values क्या है? 0, और यही आपका sigma min को ही represent करता है, so आपका tau max की values क्या हो गई? PR by 4T. Just tell me one thing, if I'm going to write tau max of in plane conditions, तो in plane की values क्या है? Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, that is defined as 0. And that is the only reason we have already always defined out of plane, right? अगर आप इन प्लेन की कंडीशंस के बेसिस पे रहोगे तो आप कभी भी कैलकुलेट नहीं कर पाओगे कि shear मैक्सिमम shear स्ट्रेस की वैल्यू कितनी होगी, right? So last, that I'm going to take the last portion, that is your thin cylinder with spherical head, with hemispherical, spherical लिखना है, आप portion है ना, right? That is defined as with hemispherical head. Okay, this is the radius and this one is the radius. This is having thickness T1 and this is having thickness T2. Let me clean this board first. Okay. Now always remember the change in radius of cylinder is equals to change in radius of your hemisphere. So it means what? अब अगर ये radius का change है, so we can find out that is of cylindrical uh, circumferential change of cylinder strain is equals to E of sphere, epsilon of sphere. This values is defined as PR by 2TE 2 minus mu, which is also equals to PR by 2, that is your T1, that is your T2, E of 1 minus mu. So the ratio of T2 by T1 can also be written as 1 minus mu upon 2 minus. So that is the all